Welcome to Material Gaming. Today we are playing Age of Fantasy Regiments by One Page Rules. We are playing in 15mm, so half-size guys, half-size table, 3x2. We're using multi-based models, so we're marking casualties with dice. We're using these tokens for spell points, tired and shaken units, and objectives. We're also using two options from the advanced rulebook: random activation, pulling these cubes from a bag to see who goes next, and side missions, two missions drawn from this deck.
Today's matchup, Wood Elves versus Havoc Warriors. Our side missions, Attrition and Overrun. We've rolled for 4 objectives, Havoc placing the first objective. On the Havoc side, we have a unit of Havoc Warriors with Havoc Master, Havoc Knights, a Chimera, a Havoc Master with Demon Mount, another unit of Havoc Knights, another unit of Warriors with Havoc Master, 2 units of Havoc Hounds, and a Beast Chariot. Over on the Elvish side, we have Treeman Hunters, Treeman Revenants, a Tree Giant, another unit of Treeman Revenants, a Glade Champion with Longbow, a Dryad Horror, another unit of Treeman Hunters, and a unit of Tree Revenants. In the ambush, we have a unit of Wild Watchers. And on the Havoc side, a Harbinger of Havoc. Havoc Warriors on the left flank activate, rushing towards the leftmost objective. The Beast Chariot charges toward the rightmost objective. 1 unit of Havoc Hounds rushes forward. A unit of Havoc Warriors rushes towards the center and casts Dark Chains. Needing a 4 on the cast. He's got it.
Outstanding.
The Tree Revenants and the Tree Giant are slowed by the spell. The second unit of Havoc Hounds rushes forward. A unit of Havoc Knights rushes towards the center objective. The Tree Giant advances and uses his Whip Root attack on the Knights. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Needing 4s on the save because of AP 1. 2 wounds. The leftmost Tree Revenants advance. The Treeman Hunters also rush forward. The Chimera rushes forward. The second unit of Havoc Knights makes a cautious advance. The Glade Champion activates, firing at the leftmost Havoc Hounds. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Needing 6s on the save due to AP 1. 1 wound. The Havoc Master rushes forward. The Dryad Horror charges into combat with the Havoc Master. Needing 4s on the attack. 3 hits. Needing 3 on the green, 5 on the yellows due to AP 2. 2 wounds. The Havoc Master strikes back, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. The Dryad needs 6s on the save and amazingly gets 2, only 1 wound on the crackback. The second unit of Tree Revenants simply holds. The right flank unit of Revenants charges the Havoc Hounds. 10 dice, hitting on 4s with rending. 6 hits, no rending. Needing 5s on the save. No saves, the Havoc Hounds are gone. The Treeman Hunters charge the Beast Chariot. Hitting on 3s. 6 hits, AP 2, needing 5s on the save. 2 wounds. The Beast Chariot attacks back, hitting on 3s. Only 1 hit, needing a 6 on the save. 1 wound. At the end of round 1, Havoc control 2 objectives. Elves control 1, and 1 is contested. None of the side missions are complete. At the beginning of turn 2, we have ambush deployments. The Wild Watchers deploy here behind Havoc Hounds and here behind the Knights. And the Harbinger of Havoc deploys right behind these Revenants. The Havoc Master activates first and charges the Dryad Horror.
Charge!
2 impact hits, hitting on 2s. 2 hits, saving on 5s. 1 wound. Regular attacks next, hitting on 3s. 3 hits, needing 6s on the save. 3 wounds. The Dryad Horror strikes back, hitting on 4s. 4 hits, 1 with rending, needing 3s on green, 5s on yellow, and a 6 on the red. 3 wounds. The Havoc Master wins the melee. The Dryad saves on a 4, and his morale test is passed. The Beast Chariot charges the Treeman Hunters. 4 impact hits, hitting on 2s. 4 hits, needing 4s on the save. 2 wounds. Regular attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, needing 5 on the yellow, 6 on the red. 2 wounds. Hitting on 3s for the crackback. 3 hits, needing 5s on the save. 2 wounds. The hunters have lost the melee, so they need a morale test. On a 3, they succeed. The Havoc Knights activate next, charging the Tree Giant. 3 impact hits, hitting on 2s. Only 1 hit, needing a 3 on the save. 1 wound. The Knight's regular attacks hit on 3s. 2 hits. AP 3 on the attack, so needing 6s. 1 save. The Treeman chooses not to strike back, needs to make a morale test on a 3 and succeeds. These Tree Revenants attack the flank of the Hellhounds. Hitting on 4s with rending on 6s. Only 2 hits, needing 5s on the save. 2 wounds. Here's the melee test, succeeding on a 5 because they were attacked on the flank. They're fine. This unit of Tree Revenants holds and pivots, anticipating a charge from the Harbinger of Havoc. Havoc Warriors activate with the caster casting Thornfields on the Treeman Hunters and the Treeman Revenants. Casting on a 3 because he empowered it with 1 spell point. He's got it.
Huzzah!
The spell generates 6 hits on each unit. The Tree Revenants will save on 5s. 4 wounds. Now the Treeman Hunters save on 4s. 3 wounds. Now the Warriors charge into the Treeman Hunters. Hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Needing 5s on the saves due to AP 1. 2 wounds. The 2 remaining Treemen hit back, hitting on 3s. 5 hits with AP 2. Needing 5s on the save. 3 wounds. Treemen win the melee, so the Knights take a morale test, and they pass. Wild Watchers activate next, shooting at these Knights. Hitting on 2s because of Eagle Eye. 4 hits. Needing 3s on the save. 2 wounds. The Harbinger of Havoc charges the Tree Revenants.
To battle!
Demon Chain attack hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Needing 5s on the save. 2 wounds. Now the melee attacks hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Needing 6s on the save. 3 wounds. The Revenants are deceased. The Glade Champion activates next, firing at the Havoc Master. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Needing 4s on the save. 1 wound. That's all we need, so the Havoc Master is killed. The Chimera activates, charging the flank of the Dryad Horror. Breath Weapon over on the Glade Champion. It's a hit. Saving on 5 due to AP 1. 1 wound. Now the melee attacks on the Dryad Horror. Hitting on 4s. 6 hits. Needing 6s on the save. He dead. The remaining Havoc Hounds charge the flank of the Tree Giant. Hitting on 4s. 2 misses. The Wild Watchers activate, firing at the Havoc Warriors. Hitting on 2s due to Eagle Eye. 4 hits. Needing 3s on the save. 1 wound. The Treeman Hunters charge the Beast Chariot. They are fatigued, so they should be hitting on 6s, but we screwed this up. A major error. So we counted this as all hits. It should have been no hits. So the poor cheated Beast Chariot dies off. Realizing our error, the very much alive Beast Chariot strikes back. Hitting on 6s because the Beast Chariot is also fatigued. 2 hits. Needing 6 on the red, 5 on the yellow. 2 fails. The Treemen lose the melee, need to make a morale test, and they succeed. The Tree Giant activates using his whip root on the Harbinger of Havoc. Hitting on 3s. 6 hits. Needing 4s on the save. 2 wounds. The Warriors activate and cast Barb Spikes on the Tree Revenants. Needing a 4. Success.
Outstanding.
Needing a 6 on the save. 2 wounds. Now the Havoc Master casts Horrify on the Wild Watchers. Casting on 4. Success.
Huzzah!
Havoc Knights activate and rush towards the center. The remaining Tree Revenant charges the flank of the Havoc Warriors. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Saving on a 3. They're fine. Next, the Treeman Hunters charge the Havoc Warriors. Hitting on 6s because they're fatigued. No hits. Here comes the Crackback, hitting on 6s because the Havoc Warriors are also fatigued. 1 hit. Needing a 5 on the save, they're good. At the end of round 2, 3 objectives are contested and Havoc control 1. No one has killed off 5 units, and we don't count the table quadrants until the end of the game. The Beast Chariot charges the Treeman Hunters. 4 impact hits, needing 2s. 3 hits. Saving on 4s. 1 wound. The regular attacks, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Needing a 5 on the yellow, 6 on the red. 3 wounds. He's dead. The Beast Chariot pivots as its consolidation move. Havoc Warriors activate next, casting Barbed Spikes on the 2 units of Treemen. Empowered 1 hitting on a 3. It's a fail.
Fiddlesticks.
Now comes the charge, hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Needing 6s on the save. 3 wounds. 1 Treeman Hunter remains with 1 wound. The lone Treeman swings back, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Needing 5s on the save. 2 saves. The Treemen have lost the melee. Here comes the morale test. They fail and retreat. The Warriors pivot for their consolidation move, facing their lone remaining Tree Revenant. The Wild Watchers advance slightly and fire into the Warriors. Hitting on 2s. 5 hits. Needing 3s on the save. 2 wounds. Only the hero remains. The Glade Champion activates next, firing at the Havoc Knights. Needing 3s on the attack. 3 hits. Needing 4s on the save. 2 wounds. The knights are less than half strength, so make a morale test. They're fine. The Wild Watchers activate, advancing and firing on the beast chariot. Hitting on 3s because of the earlier Havoc spell. 3 hits. Needing 3s on the save. All saved. The Treeman Giant activates and attacks the knights. Hitting on 3s. 9 hits. Needing 3s on the green, 4s on the yellow. 5 wounds, they're dead. The giant pivots towards the Havoc Hounds as his consolidation move. The Chimera charges the recently exposed rear of the tree giant. First, the breath weapon, hitting on a 2. It's a hit, needing a 4 on the save. He's fine. Hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Needing a 4 on the yellow, 5 on the red. Only 1 wound. Needing a 5 on the morale test because it was charged from the rear. He's fine. The Harbinger of Havoc charges the side of the Glade Champion.
To battle!
Needing 4s on the chain attack. 2 hits. Needing 4s. 2 saves. Needing 4s on the attack. 2 hits. Needing a 5 on the yellow, 6 on the red. 1 wound. Needing a 4 on the morale test, he fails. The Treeman Revenants pivot and hold. The remaining Treeman Revenant on the left flank holds, hoping to contest the objective. Havoc Warriors activate, casting barbed spikes on the Treeman Revenant. Hitting on a 4. It's a fail. The Havoc Hounds, perhaps foolishly, charge the tree giant. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Saving on a 3. He's fine. The treeman swings back, hitting on 6s because he's fatigued. 3 hits. Needing 6s on the save. 2 wounds. They're dead. The Havoc Knights charge the side of the Treeman Giant. Impact hits, hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Defending on a 3. 1 wound. Now the regular attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Needing 6s on the save. 2 wounds. Morale test, needing a 4 because he was charged on the side, and he is shaken. At the end of round 3, Havoc control 2 objectives. 2 are contested. Havoc has killed 5 units, getting an additional point. Newly refreshed, the Knights charge again at the Treeman. Impact hits, hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Saving on a 3. 2 saves. Regular attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Needing 6s on the save. Those are not 6s. Because the Treeman lost melee and was already shaken, he automatically fails the morale test and runs away. The Chimera rushes forward using his breath weapon on the Treeman Revenants. Hitting on a 2. That's a hit. 3 saves, needing 6s. 2 wounds. Only 1 Revenant remains. Morale test, needing a 4. He fails and is shaken. The Beast Chariot pivots and charges the Wild Watchers. Impact hits, hitting on 2s. 3 hits. Saving on 5s. 2 wounds. Regular attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Needing 6s on the save. Not 6s. The remaining Wild Watcher swings back, hitting on a 4. It's a miss. Needing a 4 on the morale test. They run away. The Havoc Master casts barbed spikes on the Treeman Revenants. Needing a 4. Success. Needing 6s on the save. No 6s. The Havoc Master attempts to cast on the Wild Watchers and fails. Treeman Revenants activate and remove the shaking condition. The Wild Watchers activate, firing at the Havoc Master. Hitting on 2s. 4 hits. Saving on 3s. 2 wounds. And here, importantly, we should have had the Havoc Master take a morale test since he was less than half hit points, but we did not. The Havoc Warriors activate, and the Havoc Master casts barbed spikes at the Treeman Revenant, spending 1 spell point to empower and hitting on a 3. Still a fail.
Fiddlesticks.
At the end of our game, Havoc control all 4 objectives. They have killed off 5 opposing units, and they have a unit in all 4 board quadrants. A crushing defeat for the Elves.